Hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here, Radiant Moon Tarot. Today we're talking about the new moon eclipse in the sign of Libra. This is a solar eclipse and this is intense energy. So we're going to have a look at some cards. We're going to talk about some energies that are coming in and see where this may affect you the most. In the month of October, we've got two eclipses. We've got the solar eclipse on the 14th or 15th of October, which is what we're going to talk about today. We also do have a full moon, a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus that happens 28th, 29th of October. It just depends where you live, what time zone you're in. And these are, eclipse energies are very powerful. They shake things up. They bring fated changes, fated events in with this. And both of these eclipses are actually ruled by Venus. So this can be a relationship reset for a lot of people. This can bring in new relationships, friendships, new business partnerships, new romantic relationships possibly. Can be where we resolve issues within our current relationships, right? Our current friendships, our current family relationships, our current romantic ones. And this can be where we kind of detox some relationships here. Libra energy is very much tied to relationships of all kinds, and we can restore some balance and harmony. Some of you might get a little bit lucky in love. Maybe you've got some things that you kind of want to happen in your relationship, and this is maybe where some things may come to fruition for you. So in this Venus energy, Venus is the planet of love, beauty, of art, of creation, of fertility, abundance, things coming to fruition, right? Harvest, if you will. So all kinds of wonderful energies there for you, but yes, new beginnings as well. And with a new moons also bring new beginnings. Further in the month with the Taurus energy, this is a final wrap up of things. And so whether you're starting something new in the month ahead or whether you are, really reaping what you have previously sown and you've got something coming to fruition for you, that's very exciting energy, very intense, very action packed in this energy. Now we do have fated events, fated changes, so the new beginnings, endings, right? All of those things. Some things are very wonderful to deal with. Some things a little bit more challenging, but they reset the clock a little bit and they get you back to where you really want to be or where you need to be at this time. All right. We can eclipse things out of our lives as well at this energy. So if there's anything that you need to cleanse and purge, anything that hasn't been dealt with, anything that has been swept under the rug, now is when it's going to come to light for you. Now, this eclipse is happening at 21 degrees of Libra. So if you're familiar with your birth chart, your astrological birth chart, refer to that and see if you have any planets around 20 to 23 degrees of Libra. But you will also be feeling this energy quite intensely because this is affecting all of the cardinal signs, is affecting it most. So Libra, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, right? So all of you guys, it's going to be very much impactful for you. So hold on to your hat, right? It's basically anything goes. When we've got this eclipse energy, we can have surprises, we can have secrets that come to light. And this is also, because we don't have enough going on, it's also a south node eclipse as well. And the south node is kind of like our path, looking in the rearview mirror. It's where we've come from, right? You know, the road ahead is the north node, where we're headed, where we're going into our future. But in the south node energy, we can be reflecting on our past, on where we've been, and we can be cleansing and purging, right? Things that are no longer good for us, right? Old outdated belief systems, ways of thinking, old fears, right? Things like that. Maybe some people in our lives as well. But we can actually have some exciting second chances in this energy as well. So if there's any kind of dream or goal or something that you wanted to change or something that you wanted to try and you never did, or you did and then you stopped, and now you kind of think back and you're like, I wish I never stopped doing that. It was actually kind of fun, and I wonder where it would have taken me. And this can go right back to your childhood, right? This can be something very long ago. So if you've always wanted to learn to play a musical instrument, now might be the time when you try that. If you always wanted to try your hand at like a specific endeavor, a project or something like that, now is the time when you might revive that dream, revive that goal. So it can be very interesting for some second chances, but you may also have been feeling previously as though there was something that you wanted and a door closed in your face, and this might be where it opens again. If it's meant to be, it will open again for you. All right, and this can be the time that it all happens. The new moon energy dictates the next 6 months. So whatever we start today, or whatever intentions or goals that we set today, they will play out. Thank you. A little tongue-tied there. They'll play out over the next 6 months. So it's really all this energy that's being activated for you right now. So it's really awesome. But just so you are aware, because we do have the South Node eclipse, eclipses can bring surprises and people out of the woodwork anyway. But with the South Node eclipse, it can bring people back from your past. Now, this can be really beneficial for you. It doesn't have to be like exes and things like that. It can be an old friend. It can be an old business colleague. It can be the people that you want to see. And because we've got this faded energy coming in here, this can be like a bump into someone at the grocery store, or I decide to go out for dinner to somewhere that I haven't been for like 10 years, and all of a sudden, boop, out of the woodwork, there's someone that I used to hang out with when I was younger, that kind of thing, right? And, I know when we talk about people coming from the past, people automatically jump to the conclusion that it has to be like an ex or something that you don't want to see, and that's not necessarily the case. Granted, that could happen. So this eclipse is happening in your 10th house. Incredible energy for your career, your image. The 10th house brings your public image, your fame, your ambitions, your achievements, your career status, your reputation right to the forefront. And it's very sparkly energy for you. So great time to make some moves with your career. Whether some of you may have something coming to fruition for you, whether it's a promotion, a bonus, a raise that you've been waiting for. Some of you may have a second chance at something to do with your career path that you thought had passed you by. Well, it might pop up again here now, right? Or maybe you're feeling like you're more qualified to do something now that you maybe had turned down earlier, and you're like, I don't think I'm ready for that. And now maybe you are. So this can really bring in some interesting things for you. But this is an awesome time for you to shine, make some more money, open new doors for yourself, and it can be really positive for you. Venus is in your 9th house. Your 9th house is actually ruled by Jupiter. So this can be a little bit of luck for you right now, luck in money, luck in your career path, especially if you're trying a brand new career path. This can be really positive for you. It's like people recognize you for your strengths and for your skill and ability and your experience, right? And now can be a really great time for you to reap the rewards. Right? So it's awesome energy. But your 9th house with Jupiter, this does bring in some wisdom. It can bring in some higher level learning. It's all about your higher mind. Okay. This is a very philosophical energy here as well. So perhaps your belief systems are changing. You might be looking at the world through a different lens at this time as well. It can be very spiritual in this particular energy. This also does have to do with legalities. So this can be where you're buying something or you're signing contracts, that kind of thing. So this can be really, really wonderful for you. Jupiter brings good luck, good fortune, expansion, abundance, growth. Also brings wisdom to you as well. So maybe you're expanding your knowledge. Some of you might be considering going back to school, but you may also be traveling or making some travel plans at this time. And this can be quite fun for you, quite interesting for you. And you may even have a learning trip or something coming up. So maybe, you want to go, travel to Europe or something and learn about architecture, take in some history, or, maybe you travel somewhere and you take some sort of fun class. Maybe you learn a new language or something like that. Can be really fun for you in all of this energy. So we do have a lot of wonderful magical things, but yeah, it'd probably be a little bit intense for some of you because we sometimes have to clear the path to make space for the things that we really want. We have cold moon energy, face your fears. All right. Big theme with a lot of people throughout this eclipse, right? Because eclipses historically do bring fear. right? Think of the medieval ages, right? And you're looking up at the sky and holy crap, where'd the sun go? We got this ring of fire in the sky. Oh my God, the world is coming to an end. So eclipses can invoke that fear, right? And they do bring intense energy. So in this energy here, you are being very encouraged to face your fears. If there's things you want to change, if there's things that you want to end, if there's things that you want to advocate for and ask for, now is the time. Got to work through our fears. Now is not the time to crumble in the face of your fears. Now is the time to stand up to them. And you'll never know what may happen when you do. We also have Moon Mastery, the law of attraction. So this is super duper wonderful energy for you guys. It's nice to have fresh cards. I've had some repeating cards coming out throughout the rest of the reading. So it's all fresh and bright and sparkly for you guys. So that's awesome. But in the law of attraction energy, okay, new moons is typically the time where we set the intentions, where we manifest things in, we practice the law of attraction. You can do it any time, any day of the year, mostly, not absolutely every day of the year, but for the most part, right? You don't have to wait for the moon cycles. But we've got this extra supportive energetic boost coming in. Fan-freaking-tastic time to practice the law of attraction and manifest something into your life, okay, or manifest the results that you're looking for with something here. Always remember, though, keep it simple, right? I've seen, good Lord, I've seen instructions or handbooks, we'll call it, online about the law of attraction. 25 easy steps to manifesting things into your life. Holy crap. Can you remember 25 steps? I don't think so. Keep it simple. All right. It starts with number one, being clear what you want to attract into your life. Don't expend any energy on the crap that you don't want. No. Right. We don't want to waste energy on things that we don't want. We only want to focus on the things we do. Okay. So number one, okay, be very clear on what you want to attract or blossom in your life. Number two, set those intentions. It doesn't matter how you do it. Light a candle, write something down. You can do like sage, like bay leaf manifestations, right? So bay leaf manifestations, you get a bay leaf, you write down your intentions, what you want to attract, right? You meditate upon that, and then you can burn it away in under the moon, right? You can actually start that at the new moon and finish it off at the full moon if you want. Anyways, but when you're burning it, you're actually you're creating alchemy. Always practice fire safety though, right? But it's alchemy. You're turning something into something else. You're turning a leaf with handwriting on it into ashes and smoke, right? So you're practicing that alchemy. So it can be in that art of alchemy. You can just light a candle. You can just state your intentions out to the universe. You can write them down. Whatever works for you, keep it simple. Do whatever you feel connected with. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. Just always remember, focus on positivity and abundance, right? Wherever you put your energy, wherever you put your focus, that is what will manifest, and that is what will expand and blossom in your life. And remember, Venus is in your 9th house, ruled by Jupiter and Sagittarian energy, by the way, as well. So this is bringing you this extra energetic boost to expand, blossom, grow, brings abundance, good luck, good fortune, you name it, all the good things, right, can flow towards you right now. So use that energy to your advantage. But intention isn't everything. We also have to attach emotion to what we're manifesting in our world. So if you were, I don't know what do I have around here. Okay. So this is a beautiful piece of malachite. The camera does not do this thing justice. Okay. It's rough. It actually looks like shiny. It looks like velvet, but it's hard and it's heavy actually. So let's say this is what I wanted to attract more of. All right. I want a massive piece of malachite that I can, put on my fireplace mantle, right? Let's say I wanted something like that, or I would just want more of it, right? So great. This is what I'm setting my intention for. But then I'm sitting in the energy of it. Sit in the energy, just for 10 minutes. What does it feel like when you get exactly what you want? What does it feel like when you have more of this? What does it feel like when you receive it? Open your hands, put them in receiving mode, right? So attach that emotion to your manifestations. Believe me, they will really have a lot more impact. Then we need to allow the universe to do its thing, right? Set those intentions, put them out there, and let it go. That's the hardest part for a lot of people, because we want to control the outcome. We want to speed things up. We want things now, and that's not always how things work. But then we have to be ready for action, because quite often the things that we manifest are seeds of opportunity, those doors, those windows that open for us. And it's up to us to step through. It's up to us to recognize the seed, to recognize the opportunity, and then to do something with it. We're co-creating with the universe always, right? So it's I scratch my back, you scratch yours, right? Or something like that. So the universe will help you out, but you also have to lend a hand. So great opportunity here for you to master the law of attraction. But some of you do have something coming in for you here as well. So something coming to fruition that's very exciting. We have death coming in here for you guys. That looks frightening, doesn't it? But it's really not. The eternal cycle begins here. So things are shifting, things are changing for you. The death energy is the end of something to make way for the new something. Some of you, this is just a personal evolution. Out with the old you, in with the new you. For some of you, this is relationships. Out with the old, because there's something here that is done in your path, and there's something new on the horizon, or something better on the horizon. For some of you, this is your belief systems. Out with the old, in with the new. You're not the same person that you were 6 months ago. You're not the person that you were 20 years ago. You're a different person. So this can be that personal evolution in you. All right. The start of a new cycle. And it's beautiful, but it's scary at the same time sometimes, right? So it's all about evolution. It's all about transformation and change. And of course, the death energy does bring about change, and the eclipses can certainly bring about change as well. Okay, so you've got this huge energy around you. Like, this is intense energy for you. But I do feel that it's opening doors, opening roads, opening portals for you. But yes, you may need to end certain things in your life, internally or externally, in order to make the changes that you want and in order to get where you want to be. We've got the Fool. When you look at that, the Fool is new beginnings. And of course, this death card particularly here is the eternal cycle begins here. So new beginnings, new beginnings. It's a very interesting energy there. We've got the Ace of Swords. Wow. Also new, fresh energy. And we've got the Eight of Swords there. No, no, no. Do not give in to fear. We do not want to do that. All right. So the Fool. New beginnings, new adventures, new people, taking something to the next level, the next stage. It can also be whatever it happens to be. The Fool brings about a sense of, I'm going to move forward. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to be invited to the party, and I'm ready for action. It does require you to take a leap of faith, to believe in yourself, or to trust your judgment. Not always the easiest thing to do, but we are being called upon to do that. So there's new beginnings of many different varieties opening up for you on the horizon, okay? And this can just be taking something to the next level, to this next stage. This can also be where you've released some baggage, and now you're feeling footloose and fancy free. You're feeling light as a feather, light as a cloud in this, because we also do have an Ace of Swords helping us to relieve some pressure that the Eight of Swords brings. Okay, so this Fool energy is really wonderful and magnificent for you. Okay, the beginning of a new cycle, a breath of fresh air. Wonderful energy here for you. The Fool also brings about a sense of adventure as well. So some of you, Venus in your 9th house, again, we already said that you might be traveling, and the Fool card does bring about an element of adventure, perhaps traveling, going out and having fun, enjoying yourself. And it can also bring an energy of companionship. So maybe you're going to make some travel plans with a friend. Maybe you're going to go and do something interesting. You're going to maybe go off the beaten path a little bit. Whatever it is, it might be really quite fun and perhaps even enlightening for you. All right, so certainly journeys of all kinds. But the Fool can also bring about a little bit of folly or naivete, if you want to say. So there may be something here that you want to do or you want to try, but you're not quite sure that you have all the information that you need. All right, so this is a big reminder for some of you that you may need to seek out some sort of advice or guidance along your way, just to make sure that you're making the right decisions, the right choices, someone more knowledgeable than you. So for example, if you were going to sign a job offer, and perhaps it's one of those things that comes with, a confidentiality clause or a non-compete agreement or things like that, right? You might want to seek out some advice to gain clarity, Ace of Swords, on what it is you're about to sign, because Eight of Swords, you might not see everything for what it truly means, right? And you're like, I don't know what that means. I'm kind of stuck, right? So you might get some advice somewhere along there, maybe some legal advice, okay, or maybe show it to a friend who might be more knowledgeable in those things than you, right? Because those things can sometimes be filled with some legal mumbo jumbo, but it could be anything, right? It can be any kind of contract, any kind of documentation or anything like that. So there's something here that you might not know, but talking to somebody can really enlighten you in that energy. All right. But some excellent fun times maybe ahead for you guys. We do have the Ace of Swords though with the Eight of Swords. The Ace of Swords brings about clarity, enlightenment, a new perspective, a new way of thinking, brings in this fresh burst of energy for you guys, big ideas. Okay. So maybe it's, when you have a light bulb moment and you're like, aha, I have a big idea, right? That's what the Ace of Swords can bring in. So it can bring in some really wonderful things. It can also bring in conversations, right? Communicating with somebody, talking to somebody about something. So it can be where we resolve things, right? This is also where it's the sword of fate, the sword of destiny. So again, there's this big element of there's something happening internally, externally over the next little while, right? Maybe in October for some of you, maybe a little bit later for some of you, okay? But there's something that's meant to happen, but it's something good. The Ace of Swords brings an energy of, I did it. I'm successful. I'm victorious. I've conquered it, right? So it does bring in that wonderful energy of yes. And it is a big old yes card, by the way, okay, as most of the aces are. So there could be a yes to something in your future. But we can use the Ace of Swords. We can use the sword with the Eight of Swords to detach ourselves from anything that's keeping us stuck. We can find some freedom from fear, because quite often the Eight of Swords is something has us swirly twirly around in our own energy and wrapped up in fear or doubt or a lack of self-confidence. And with the Ace of Swords coming in, no, we're going to break those bonds. We're going to knock down those swords that are keeping us stuck, and we're going to find freedom. We're going to free ourselves, and we're going to feel a lot better about that. This can also represent a breaking away energy from people or situations that make you feel as though you can't be yourself, you can't be true to who you are, you can't be authentic, or maybe you just feel a little bit trapped and stuck as though there's no room for growth. And I feel here in this energy that you have this big burst of like a breakout of prison kind of energy is coming in here for you guys. So you could be really making some very important decisions at this time for what you need to let go of, what is making you feel stuck and trapped and restricted, right? Again, it might be something within you, but it could certainly be something in your environment or with some people in your life. And now is the time to either clear the air and have that fresh start, okay, or perhaps leave something behind entirely in that energy. Pretty much running for the hills with that Fool card coming in there. All right, let's see what else we've got coming in here for you guys. We have celebration. Well, would you look at that? All right, so celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. All right, so whether you have something actual to celebrate or not, celebrate yourself, celebrate your accomplishments, celebrate who you are. Remember, it's your time to shine. We also have meditation coming in here for you. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. All right, very important, very fiery energy. We can feel very discombobulated when we've got eclipses going on. And one of the best ways to, kind of deal with that kind of thing is to find a quiet space to meditate, to contemplate, to center and ground your energy, because we do have some spiritual growth coming in here for a lot of people here as well. We also have light It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Let your light shine. We've been saying that your whole reading. So it's your time to sparkle. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here that resonated with you. If there was, please take a moment and press like on this video. I truly appreciate it. It lets me know you resonate with the reading, but it also tells the YouTube algorithm that, hey, this is a good reading. Please show it to more people. I truly do appreciate that. It very much does help with the growth of my channel, which has kind of been stuck. So anyways, I appreciate that. I hope there was something here for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful new moon, wonderful solar eclipse, and stay tuned because I will have lunar eclipse readings for you later on in October. So I thank you for watching. Have a good one. See you later.